Hey friends, what's good? Welcome to Storytime. So today's story, first of all, I just want to let everybody know I do a no edit, one take kind of thing with my camera. And it's just because that's how I am. I'm just sort of, this is me. I'm just natural. It's me. It's authentic. It's what you get. So sometimes you get the dog barfing or coughing up a lung in the background. Maybe they'll bark. I'm not going to edit that out because that's just normal life. In my life, that's normal. So excuse me if I do that and I just let it go. And also the volume. I'm not kidding you. I got this from the dollar store. This headset, dollar store. I mean, if it even works for another month, I'll be really excited. So, as I improve my stuff, you'll know because you'll be able to hear me and see me. And today, look at that backdrop. I had to do something different. I didn't need you to see my dishes, even though I did wash them. There's just too much stuff on the counter. So, that's one of my paintings, and that's a blanket. That's how we do it here at story time. So, today's story, you guys, is about my nana and my grandpa, my mom's or my dad's parents, and how when we did holiday functions, how life was back in 1976, 77. So I just want to take you to this place with me for a minute. So Nana, cigarette, Benson and Hedges menthol light on one of those stick things. So probably this long. Smoking in the living room. They'd have the ceramic ashtrays. She was a ceramicist, so she made everything out of ceramics. Christmas trees, ashtrays, you name it. But the one I remember had a big brass stand, and it was probably like turtle orange and brown and green, just horrific colors, but that's how we lived back then. Giant stereo system made of wood. You know, you couldn't move it without seven people. And inside there was the record player, all the speakers, the records, you name it, it was there. So this was a Christmas that I will never forget. First of all, we lived down in Vancouver region, and my nana and grandpa had an apartment, and I'm not even sure where they lived. It could have been Richmond or somewhere down there. And we used to go there for weekends and stuff. And my brother and I spent a lot of time with my nana and grandpa. But this particular Christmas was the most unforgettable one because when we got there, first of all, still going to show you some setting here for a minute. You'd go into the bathroom and those crocheted dolls over the toilet paper, you know, pink, blue, purple, and everything was fluffy. So you had fluffy toilet cover, fluffy on the floor, just completely disgusting when you think about it nowadays, how much stuff was landing on the fluff, but it was covered. The colors, just outrageous colors. I don't know what we were thinking. Everybody was either super high or something. I don't know what was going on with the decorating back then, but just wild stuff. So then you walk into the house and there's a phone on the wall. And it's got a 30-foot cord. And then halfway across the hall there was a little table because back in the day you'd have a table in the hallway with a phone book. And then in my Nana's case, I think she had like an ashtray, and she could sit there and talk on the phone because back in the day you couldn't move around with your phone. You were lucky if you ever got a cordless in the 80s. But the everything had a cord on it. So Nana would sit in the hallway and use the phone. It was awesome. So they had a bedroom and they had this living room and a little kitchen, and it was an apartment. And in the kitchen, I believe, or the dining room, there was a deep freeze. So on this particular Christmas, my mom, my dad, excuse me, my brother and myself, we were visiting, we're coming for dinner. And so as soon as we walk in, we're just bombarded with Nana's cooking. I think she had a ham, a roast, potatoes, probably two different kinds, gravy, vegetables, you name it. It was just all there waiting for us to eat. And we ate. We ate so much food that I just remember, you know, sitting on the chair. Everybody's got their pants unbuckled because you can't even breathe. But after we'd all kind of relaxed for a minute, Nana said, "Okay, well, I've got dessert." And this woman was so beautiful with her desserts that she pulled out, I think, 10 pies, matrimonial cake, angel food cake, on each pie. So it'd be like an apple pie, cherry pie, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, whatever pie. There's so many pies. There's only like seven or eight of us there, and it was just pie after pie. You could have whipped cream, ice cream, anything you wanted on it. And then she had those tiers, those plate tiers that go up, 3 tiers up, and it had matrimonial cakes and some cookies and some, like, I don't know when she did all this baking, but this woman was amazing. And she it was funny because she goes, "Oh, I forgot something," and she went into the freezer and grabbed another thing. we we had the biggest feast I can ever imagine remembering back then, because she just felt so good about cooking for us, and I love it so much. And one thing I do remember about that particular day, my brother and I, she asked us to go to the store because back in the 70s children could go to the store and buy cigarettes. So she wrote a little note, she gave it to me, I think I was 7. She said, take your brother, who was like 5 or 4 and a half, go to the store, grab Nana some cigarettes, Benson and Hedges, menthol lights, and you can have the change. And I think she gave me $5. So the cigarette pack was probably going to be like 260 or something, and we got the change. So my brother and I remember we each got a little paper bag, and we just sat there in the penny candies and we just filled up this bag. You get a lot of candy for $2, $2.50, way back in the day. Anyways, was such a fantastic Christmas. I'll never forget that one. But yeah, I got a lot of more stories like that coming. And I hope you guys are totally okay with my impromptu jumping in, moving around, doing all this stuff, and having absolutely no script and not editing, because I appreciate you being here. I hit 50 subscribers. I'm so excited. Even if it's all I have is 50 subscribers, I'm happy with that. I'm good. I love telling stories. And if you're here hanging out, it's been 6.5 minutes. I appreciate you so much. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, hit the bell, do something with the bell, and then you'll know when I'm putting stuff out again. Anyways, have a fantastic day. God bless you guys, and take care.